for sticking around, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, let me just start out by saying I'm really proud of our team for the way that we came out and competed tonight against a very tough Indiana team that's playing great basketball right now. I thought, besides the start where, they jumped us early, we continued to fight and stay together, and, I thought played extremely hard and with unbelievable effort, and went out there and made the right play, especially offensively. That ball was flying around. We had great ball movement, great player movement. We were back cutting when they got out and pressured us. Guys were playing for each other for the entire 45 minutes tonight. The difference was, the size and strength of Indiana's front line, and in the paint, we tried to do everything we could to stay in front, to keep them out of it, to help on the backside, and then try to find a way to secure the rebound. We had some good defensive possessions where we just could not dig out the tough rebound, and that's what they do. That's Indiana's game. They try to beat you up, make it a brawl, get to the free throw line, 38 free throws, 19 offensive rebounds. That's the difference. But, like I told the guys in the locker room, it's very disappointing in there. They were disappointed. But if we go out and play with that kind of effort, we're going to have a chance to win a lot of games this year.
Fred, despite the fact that you lost, how would you rate this game compared to your other games you played? Is this one of your better games?
Well, it's certainly better than the last game. That was, something that, we made a concerted effort with, a really lengthy film session on why what happened last Saturday happened. And, it started with not getting back in transition and turning the ball over, and had very poor offensive possessions and shot selection. And that's what allowed Creighton to get confident and get downhill. Tonight I thought, we came out and did everything that we've been preaching for the last couple of days in practice and film, and carried that over onto the floor with again, a great effort to come out here in a hostile environment in the road. We did not handle that the first time we had the opportunity as a group to go out there. I thought we grew in a big way as a team tonight, and that's what it's all about for our team, is continue to take steps in the right direction, put ourselves in position to win. I thought our guys executed last play to get Deshaun Burke the ball, and he stepped up and made a huge shot. And then unfortunately they got off to the start and hit some clutch shots. Shot finis he hit with Cam Mack draped all over him was a huge possession of the game. We missed a couple of chippies. That happens. You got to find a way to get past it. But we were getting the ball where we wanted to tonight, where we needed to get it, and for the most part converted. Unfortunately, we didn't do it late.
You mentioned that kind of slow start down 11-2. What started clicking for you guys to kind of get back in the game?
Well, we started in transition. Burke got ahead of the defense and got an and one, to cut it to a 6-point game, and then our pace really picked up. Did a good job, I thought, rebounding. We started getting back in transition. They had too many paint scores early. We limited that as the half went on, and climbed back into the game. And again, I give our guys credit for going out there and continuing to trust each other, trust the system to get the ball movement where it needed to be. And again, we gave ourselves an opportunity to win a game shorthanded against a really quality opponent.
For you personally, going from college to the NBA, back to college, what did you learn most of your time in Chicago, and then how has it kind of adjusted the way you've kind of come back to coach at the college level?
Yeah, I mean, every step I've had I've really enjoyed, and my coaching journey, and starting with having the opportunity to coach my alma mater was 5 great years, 5 unforgettable years, to get a lot of really good things accomplished, and proud of what we did there, and this had the opportunity to jump up to the next level where I spent 10 years as a player, 5 years in the front office, to get up. Coach one of the great franchises in this game, and you learn a lot when you have opportunities to do that. You try to take everything from all the situations, good and bad, and we had some of both in the 3.5 years in Chicago, and then you try to apply it to the next situation you have and learn from some of the things that you could have done better. I know this, I'm a better coach from being in the NBA for 3.5 years. Love this situation that we're in right now. Nebraska, I feel really good moving forward. We've got some really good pieces, I think, that are on this group, and we've got 3 really good players sitting out. And on top of that, we're going to get a good recruiting class coming in next year. So it's similar to the way we built it.
Obviously, this was your guys' first Big Ten game, and from what you've seen just from this game, and then I'm sure you've been paying attention to the other games that have been going on, what's the biggest difference from the Big Ten to the Big 12 that you've seen?
Well, they're both great leagues, different styles, but, unbelievable leagues. The Big Ten this year, every time you turn the TV on, it's a competitive game, it's a battle, it's a war. You know, the teams are, you know, going in there. There's been a lot of upsets early, especially when, you know, these higher ranked teams have been going on the road. So yeah, it's you know, the 20 league games. It's, you know, it's tough. It's going to be a battle every time we go out there and play. We just need to compete. Again, if we go out and do what we did tonight, we're going to have a chance.
You mentioned Rob Finis's shot at the end there, and that 3-pointer. I mean, what did you know, were you impressed by kind of the poise he showed in that overtime?
You know, you can see he's kind of the heart and soul of this thing with that team, with his poise and the way he plays. And, you know, to have the patience to, you know, get that thing down to 1 on the shot fake and, you know, rise up and knock it down. That's a big time shot. But, you know, his ability to guard, you know, his ability to make the right play, you know, getting him back in the lineup was huge for Indiana. And, you know, as long as he's in there running the show, you know, they got bright days ahead. Thanks, guys.